We have a question here that says, if the uniform object in the system below is in equilibrium, what is the value of the angle theta? So we're given this object that is balanced on the knife edge under the effect of a 12 Newton force and a 20 Newton force. We are told to calculate the angle theta the 20 Newton force makes with the vertical if this object is going to be in equilibrium. In other words, if the object is balanced. Now let's look at it critically. This force of 20 Newton will cause this object to turn in this direction about the turning point or the knife edge. So the 20 Newton force will create a clockwise moment. Similarly, the 12 Newton force will cause the object to turn in an anti-clockwise direction about the knife edge. Therefore, it creates an anti-clockwise moment. For this uniform object to be balanced, definitely the clockwise moment should be equal to the anti-clockwise moment. However, we have to note that the moment of a force is always the product of the force and the perpendicular distance. This force is perpendicular to the distance of 4 meters. However, the force of 20 Newton is not perpendicular to the distance of 3 meters. So, the clockwise moment, the force that creates the clockwise moment, is definitely going to be a force we don't know its value, F, that must act at an angle of 90 degrees with the distance of 3 meters. So, this is F. We are looking for F. First things first, we are going to find F because that is the perpendicular force to the distance. Now, let's recall that the clockwise moment is equal to the anti-clockwise moment. For the clockwise moment, we have force F times the distance 3. That becomes 3 times F. While for the anti-clockwise moment, we have 12 times 4. 12 times 4. To obtain F, we divide both sides by 3, so that F will be equal to 12 times 4 divided by 3. If you do this simple division or arithmetic, you have that F is equals to 16 Newton. Now that we've obtained the value of F, it will now be easy for us to get the angle theta. If we simply close up this side of this triangle, or rather this side of this two forces here, we eventually form a small triangle. With this small triangle formed, of course it is a right angled triangle, we now know the adjacent side, which is F, and that is 16, and we know that the hypotenuse is 20 Newton. So with adjacent all over hypotenuse, we can find the value of theta, and that is cos. So cos theta is equals to 16, the adjacent, F, all over 20, the hypotenuse. 16 divided by 20 is 0.8. To obtain theta, we have to take the cos inverse of 0.8, so that theta is equals to cos inverse of 0.8. And if you put this value into your calculator, you obtain 36.9 degrees. Therefore, the angle theta for which this uniform object must be in equilibrium under the action of a 12 Newton and the 20 Newton force must be equal to 36.9 degrees. If you understood this, then try this one. Find the value of x and y if this uniform object is in equilibrium. Please put your answer in the comment section, and thank you very much for watching this video. Endeavor to like and share this video to others so that you keep encouraging us to make interesting contents. Thank you, and see you in our next video.